So, Larry Rice, Mayor of St. Louis, running at such a time as this. For the heart of the city, you're running. I showed up here and I saw all kinds of people on the sidewalk here. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yes, it's planned chaos on the part of the mayor's office because they know that I've declared I'm running for mayor. A lot of these people used to be in front of over there the library. Used to be a police officer to be sure there wasn't any chaos. Now that's part of the planned chaos stage is what they have. It's often like what they're trying to do in Team 4 with up in North St. Louis, where they delete all services and try to get as much chaos as they can going, and then they can come in and they can give it to developers to try to come get it. So they're trying to set up for developers to get this building here. So they've caused every troublemaker, every out person that they don't want. The police have told them all to come in front of this place here.
And a lot of these guys wouldn't even be allowed inside New Life, would they?
No, because they're troublemakers. And so they were all in front of the library, and the city says, and the police department is told by city officials, you tell them they can't be on the sidewalk there, although they have a legal right to be on the sidewalk there. So the sidewalk's clear in front of the library, and they're telling everybody, and they pull away the police, and they brought everybody down here, and the next thing they're going to do is they're going to see them plant the K2 stuff like they did a few weeks ago.
So did you get, I want everyone to get this. The city has made all the homeless around this multi-block area here come to New Life today, especially since there's an automatic debate across the street of the library. So they cordon them all off here.
And they're not all homeless. A lot of them are just known troublemakers that the city says, you got to go down there and stand. So
a lot of them are known troublemakers.
So they send them down here.
Send them to New Life, and then people who are against New Life can say, well, look at New Life. They harbor troublemakers when the police tell them to come here.
The police told them that, and if you'll see, the police aren't out here like they normally are, and the sidewalk's totally clear in front of City Hall.
I want to say as far as the police go, they're doing just what they're ordered to do.
They're doing. I have officers that apologize for having to do this because they've gotten orders from people above them. So again, it's right in line ever since Citizens for Larry Rice has come into being, and I started running for mayor. We see this planned chaos that they're trying to do, and you're going to see this continue to escalate. Then you're going to read about it in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and you'll see them start planning the K2 stuff like they did before out here, and we're just letting people know what's going on. And it's sad that these poverty pimps are using the homeless in this way to achieve their own political purposes.
Right. You know, speaking of the K2, I can't tell you what I heard, or I might end up in the Mississippi River, but the city would be really embarrassed to know where the K2 actually came from.
Well, we see it. Bill was running our camera, and he was interviewing someone, and he saw the police chased by a well-dressed guy that was passing out the K2 and wasn't a homeless person, okay? So they're distributing this stuff. Then they notify the newspaper and see all these people passing out. So
look at all these people passing out in front of New Life.
And after they've cleared the sidewalk in front of the library and told them all to come over here. Again, the poverty pimps in power are trying to use the homeless like they do every time there's a count. They want to count as many as they can so they can get as many federal funds in here. But then again, they want to say that we're the source of the problem, which is a lie.
You know, can you just, and we're going to interview you again, but if people think that you're...
How are you, sir? They told you couldn't be at the library in front there, did they?
Yeah.
So what the police, come here a minute, I want to ask you. So the police told you that what would they do if you didn't move from in front of the library off the sidewalk?
Give me one of them signs right there. One of them tickets, $100 tickets.
They give you a $100 ticket if you don't move, and they're violating your constitutional rights because you have every bit as much right to be on that sidewalk as you do this sidewalk.
Yeah, that's true, and I understand that, but hey, they got...
So they told you to come stand in front of New Life?
Yeah. So like if I move down there, it's not in front of them signs like that.
It's a $100 fine sign he's looking at.
So he's looking at them. So that at law.
And then they had some shootings down here recently and all that stuff around that.
And then they're trying to send it all over here. And that is a park, by the way. That park is a taxpayers' park. They had Friends of Lucas Park took it over. They get to put their dogs in there, but they run the homeless out of that park, don't they?
And they didn't hire 3 additional St. Louis police out to be there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
To keep us away from over there and everything. Because Brown and Krugman had a little incident around that building, and he said, hey.
So there was an incident not involving homeless people, but criminals.
Yeah, I mean, they blame everybody.
Around the Brown and Krugman building.
Yeah.
So we don't want to put a stigma on Brown and Krugman.
Yeah, they said they're homeless. They had
you know, I just want to...
They blame it on all.
Well, we're going to try to help you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So people need to know that Larry is for the heart of the city, and that's what the Citizens for Larry Rice motto is.
Yes,
Larry Rice for the heart of the city, because the city isn't just voting in a shelter director for mayor. They're voting in a very smart, knowledgeable been around the block guy for mayor, right?
Well, yeah, we're going to try to help all the people. I mean, the darkness is spread over this city. I see how they got money for football stadiums, soccer stadiums, but what for North St. Louis? We see the destruction of affordable housing. We see the land banking is being done by LRA, the city-run institution there. They hold these properties for big developers. We see the crime rate going up. Well, we could actually be cutting these salaries where people get over $100,000 a year, 100 people there, cut it down to 75, use the money to hire more police officers, have the police officers do positive ticketing. Let's go after a heart of life in this city.
Did you just say 100,000 people making over 100,000?
100 people receiving over 100,000.
Where?
All working with City Hall.
In City Hall?
In City Hall.
So you would, what would you do with that after slashing everyone down to 75,000?
We would use that money to hire 200 more police officers, but they're not going to be police officers and just going to occupy the area. They're going to be police officers who develop a relationship, engaging in positive ticketing, rewarding people doing good behavior, getting out on the streets, developing relationships in these high crime areas, and then we're going to try to put our young people back to work rather than shooting at each other. A best defense against a bullet is a job, and we want to see people get jobs.
That's great. That's a good ending. Larry Rice for the heart of the city.
Yes, as mayor, and the April 4th
April
election.
4th general election after the primary is over. We had to get on the ballot just to be ready. Many of us were persuading you that you needed to get on the ballot.
Along with 1,400 or 1,500 other people. We turned in 1,200 signatures, but all these people started signing the petitions in a few days.
One thing in the news, Larry, so you only needed 400 and something, but we got 1,200, but they say that in the Post-Dispatch that 500 and something were legitimized.
Okay, well, first of all, you can't believe that fake news that often comes out of there, bearing in mind that the new human service director was an editor at the St. Louis Post, and right in the pocket, the whole paper is a PR thing for the city of St. Louis. So, I mean, we're trying to tell the rest of the story. We're going to have open government when I become mayor of the city of St. Louis.
Yeah.
And so as we go after the heart of the city in a positive, powerful way with a message of life, rather than the ongoing culture of death benefiting rich and powerful folks at the exclusion of the struggling middle class and the elderly and the hurting in our community.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.